Welcome to a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T.
Every journey asks for more than it offers. Only a few are willing to give it. Tonight, two teams arrive at college football's most meaningful stage, where history waits opposite possibility, and a champion will stand alone.
When the U is on and the U brings it, there's nothing like it. And we got to get there, and it's going to take everybody.
There is no reason why we can't be a source of pride to the entire state of Indiana.
I get my back into my living.
Both teams traveled different roads to reach this moment. One rebuilt its name.
More than ever, it's about the work, and it's time to go to work.
The other redefined it.
We're going to change the mindset of Indiana Hoosier football.
The U is back and looking to add to their legacy.
They are certainly the champions.
An undefeated Indiana building theirs right before us. Outsiders who fought to belong, unknowns now undeniable.
Don't raise your eyes. It's only teenage
Touchdown, Miami! Electric!
That's what makes college football so good.
Surrounds out there! Touchdown, Hoosiers!
That's Mario Cristobal football right there. That's what they pride themselves in. Indiana, they don't have a lot of 5 stars. You know what they got? They got a team.
Still working. Takes off running. Carson back with his legs.
Intercepted. The Angelo Park. Touchdown. Teenage
The biggest and brightest stage awaits. Welcome to Miami and the College Football Playoff National Championship presented by AT&T. This is the AT&T Pregame Showcase. Well, fresh faces have forged unlikely paths here. A surprising championship matchup. The Indiana Hoosiers on the brink of history, the school's first national championship and a perfect season. A stunning transformation after a century of futility. The Miami Hurricanes championship legacy has laid dormant for about a quarter century. The Canes, outnumbered in their own house tonight, try to continue a rugged path, much more rugged than the other Canes championship teams, including a win against Ole Miss. After beating A&M and Ohio State, Carson Beck engineered a thrilling game-winning drive. They survived a Hail Mary, and they come home after traveling more than 8,000 miles to get here. Indiana got a first-round bye. They laid waste to Alabama and Oregon, winning their 2 playoff games by 35 and 34 points. Fernando Mendoza has been almost flawless in those 2 victories. So here they are, a Hoosier team that was 100-1 to win this championship at the beginning of the season, and a Miami team that was 100-1 on Selection Sunday, sitting there with 2 losses. Very few thought this matchup was possible. But it certainly is a lot of fun now that we're here. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, pleased to once again bring you the ultimate game in the sport. Both these programs used the modern tools to build rosters and did what very few thought they could do to get here.
Yeah, I mean, you go back to August and you think about all the teams, everybody's trying to think, who's going to get to Miami? There were a lot of big brands, a lot of blue bloods. Not a lot of people thought Indiana and Miami would be here, but here we are. Both teams have playing their best football, which to me makes it great to have this matchup here tonight.
Curt Cignetti has become an icon to sports fans. He was coming from James Madison, 60-something higher, unbelievable job getting to the playoff last year. Next level this year with the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, I think you could say safely that this is the best turnaround job we've seen in the history of college football. Last year into the playoff in year one, and now this year to the national championship. And think about where Indiana football's been over the decades. And to be able to do it that quickly, I think says everything about the culture he's created, the ability to develop players. And, of course, he found a quarterback in Fernando Mendoza, who's helped him immensely this year.
Mendoza came from Cal in the portal. He was an emphatic winner of the Heisman Trophy. He won all the regions. Indiana's first Heisman winner, of course. Some Heisman guys don't handle it all that well. He's been almost flawless in the 2 games since then.
Yeah, I think that's really the thing that stands out, and it tells you a lot about his mindset and approach. He doesn't let the outside world affect him. The Heisman Trophy, the history of guys that haven't played well in the postseason, doesn't even think about it. He's all about deflecting all that individual attention, all about his team, and because of the way he handles himself, I think it really represents how this team plays for each other.
So many family plot lines. There's Fernando's father, Fernando IV, his mom Elsa, younger brother Max. Fernando IV played high school football with Mario Cristobal on the offensive line, and the family's home was about 2 miles from the Coral Gables campus of the Canes. This was his childhood team, but a team that did not recruit him coming out of Christopher Columbus High School, and a team that he desperately wants to be, I promise you.
Yeah, and you know what, I think you think about his dad and Mario Cristobal, you can see they played high school football together. It's a tight-knit community when it comes to football. The fact that these guys played with each other is remarkable.
Cristobal comes back to his alma mater. He won 2 championships as a player. He inherited a really tough rebuilding job in Kirk. I think he has grown so much as a coach, even in the last few months.
Yeah, I mean, everybody is so, you look at him, you think about offensive linemen, right? He played offensive line, he coaches offensive line. But I think bigger, in his 4th year, he's been able to really create a program that is worthy of being here. Went out and got Carson Beck from Georgia. Carson Beck has a newfound love for this sport and the way he's able to carry himself. Made some big plays, as you mentioned, Chris, against Ole Miss, got his team into this national championship, has been very loose this week. We've been around him, really feels confident what he can do. I don't think he's trying to compare himself to Mendoza. He loves his teammates, much like Mendoza does. That's where his focus has been, and I think, you know, tonight he's going to have to play a clean game. If Miami wins, the defensive line asserts itself on Mendoza, and of course, Carson Beck's going to have to play a game where he's the difference maker.
Did you say 2 confident teams and coaches? We talked to both of them. They both believe they can impose their will on the other side tonight. Public address announcer John McGreeder to get festivities started tonight. Cool, crisp night in Miami. The ultimate game awaits. Kickoff from Miami coming up. But now let's see how AT&T is keeping us all connected for tonight's football game. It's been rainy this week. Thankfully, the rain has cleared out. Kirk, 60 degrees. Interesting makeup of this crowd. Indiana has the edge. Is it 60-40 in crimson over the home team?
It feels like that. It really does. I mean, that was a big thing. A lot of us wondered, with it being here at Miami's home stadium.
It was 95-5 against Oregon and Atlanta.
Yeah. With the demand that Indiana would bring, how many would they get in here?
Hurricanes,
these guys are ready.
Lower seed, wearing their road uniforms. They'll be on the opposite side, not their normal bench in Hard Rock, but they do come out of their normal home team locker room here, packed in tight, Kirk.
Absolutely. Indiana's supposed to go first. They're not loaded and ready yet. Maybe some final messages from Kurt Cignetti. Now they're ready to go.
Here come the Hoosiers. Much has been made of the fact they're not stocked with 5 stars, but this is a very experienced team. The average age is pretty close to the average age of a lot of NFL teams.
Veteran group.
24.
They come in on fire, as you said in the open, playing by far their 2 best games that they've had all year on the biggest stages they played on.
2 very different coaching personalities who each were part of Nick Saban's staffs at Alabama. Each was the recruiting coordinator for Saban. It did not overlap, however. (1894), Kirk, the last time a team went 16-0. The Hoosiers have a chance to have one of the great seasons we've ever seen. Cignetti, all business as you'd expect. Here come the Canes. Looking for a 6th national championship under a 5th different head coach. But these players basically weren't alive the last time Miami won one, 2001. Both sides feeling deep emotions, just trying to keep it in check and do their jobs tonight. But there's going to be tears flowing after this, no matter who wins. A lot of them.
See the faith of both these quarterbacks, how important that is. Just trying to get in the right mindset. In fact, both teams.
So much of the game plan, confuse and abuse, as the Indiana defensive coordinator Brian Haynes says. They're in the spotlight for a reason and affecting Mendoza and Beck. Which side can do that best might decide the outcome.
Big part of the result of the game is getting your quarterback to just settle in.
It's Malachi Toney, the electric true freshman for the Canes. Back to John Magrino. The public address announcer will take us through this coin toss. Michael Vanderbilt of the Big 12 is in charge.
For
the
Miami,
Hurricanes.
Michael Irvin. And for Indiana, Adewale Ogunleye, as well as team captains for both teams.
Go ahead and introduce yourselves, fellas. Captains, congratulations on earning the opportunity to compete in the 2026 College Football Playoff National Championship. My name is Michael Vandervelde. I'm your referee. My umpire is the Sheldon Davis. Honorary captains, thanks for being here as well. Miami, you get to call the toss. Today's coin features the logo of the College Football Playoff as heads. Hard Rock Stadium is tails. Heads, tails. Miami, what is your call?
Tails.
Tails? Tails is called. It is a head. Indiana, you won the toss. Defer, you want the ball. Which way are you kicking? Gentlemen, go ahead and turn your backs here. Indiana won the toss, deferred their choice to the second half. Miami will receive in this end zone. Gentlemen, have a great ball game.
Great to have Monty McGrath and Holly Rowe on the sidelines. Holly is with Kurt Cignetti.
Well, Coach Cignetti is still busy coaching right this second, Chris. Coach, you're going to defer to the second half. You're giving instructions right now. What is the most important thing your line of scrimmage can do to protect your quarterback so we can operate tonight?
Give him time to make his first read and get the ball to number 2 or check down. You know, we've got to, but we got to be balanced on offense. If we can get, you know, which we've been able to do all year long. So they're good. They're going to make their share of plays. We just got to make one more.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Imagine growing up going to games here in this stadium your whole life, painting your face orange and green, and then playing against your beloved Miami Hurricanes. That's Fernando Mendoza's job tonight. He said, I would be selfish if I make this game about me and my hometown. He won't do it. He's going to focus on his teammates. Now let's check in with Molly and Mario Cristobal.
Thank you, Holly. Coach, you came back to Miami for moments like this. How will you and your team manage your emotions tonight?
At the end of the day, take all those emotions and give it a direction and make it a one-and-oh mentality for every single play.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck. And depth is a serious concern for Miami in their secondary. Xavier Lucas, their starting corner, is going to miss the first half of the targeting suspension. O.J. Frederic will play, but he was limited in practice with a leg injury. So true freshman Jabari Antoine will play a key role at the corner position for the Canes tonight. Chris, Kirk?
They had to grow up quickly against Ole Miss. Some inexperienced guys pressed into duty as the Canes outlasted the Rebels. Here we go. The championship matchup very few could have foreseen. The Hoosiers trying to get to 16-0. The Canes trying to win a 6th national championship. We'll see back in the Canes offense. Brendan Franke, who's been injured, returns. He's got a huge leg. This is unlikely to be returned by Keelan Marion. he would attempt any long distance field goals that Cignetti elects to try tonight. Well, check that. He boots it to the 1-yard line and a chance for a return.